Alright, I'm going to do a review on two knives here. They're the same thing, just two different sizes. CRKT Ultima fixed blade knives. I really like these things. One has magnet camo form, Marpat. That's the marine digital. It's like woodland camo, but with little squares. And the other one is the handle as it comes, just so I could show you what it looks like. You can see all those little triangular shapes on there. They call it space in between them ooze grooves, quote unquote, and they really do work. They had this handle designed specifically by whatever a hand doctor is, because apparently there are 24 ideal points of contact when you grip something for a perfect grip, and this knife gives you 23. And I mean, as you can see, the palm swell fits right in the slot of my thumb, and it grips like no other. Most other knives have a barrel shape or whatever, very easy to manufacture. These are not. I put the wrap on there just because this can get kind of prickly when you're whacking at stuff. It can kind of make your hands sort of raw. So if you do buy one of these, wear gloves or whatever, or get used to it, or just do that. That's what I did. Let's move on to the blade. The blades are 1.375 inches wide, so pretty wide for a Tonto. The main cutting edge on this one is 6 inches long. The Tonto edge is 0.875 inches long. Move in here, you can see that there is a very deep back cut on there, so the grind is very, very shallow. So that means that this is a very sharp edge. The steel is 1.4116 stainless steel with a 55 to 57 Rockwell hardness. I prefer a little bit harder, but since the blade has such a good shallow grind on it, I like the fact that it's a little bit easier to sharpen. I did a test a couple months ago on a video I made, but I didn't like it, so I didn't put it up. I sprayed Pam cooking oil all over the handle on this knife, and I started hacking through branches, and not once did I feel my grip loosening. I did the same test on a K-bar with, it was this K-bar, it's the 8-inch Tanto, and it went flying out of my hands, and that can be pretty dangerous, as you can imagine. They both come with this little pry bar attachment on the bottom. It's fully integrated into the tang. It's a full tang blade. You can see it all the way up the back. The tang is 180 thousandths thick, so over a 1/4 inch thick, and the blade, the center line on the blade that runs all the way to the point is 177 thousandths thick. So it's a very thick blade and a very thick tip, so it's very strong. The blades have a reverse distal tapering. Most knives, the back spine is thicker than the tip, but on these, I don't know if you can really see it in the camera, the back spine starts out thin and thickens out at the tip. So the tip of the knife is just as thick as the center line of the blade. So that's very, very strong and has very good piercing power. It doesn't weaken the knife to do this at all. All it does is save weight. And it makes the tip stronger. So, let's see here. What am I missing? Apparently nothing. Alright, let's move on to the sheaths. This is the sheath for the 6-inch, or the 7-inch blade, excuse me. It comes with cordage attached to it. This is paracord. I added later, just because I prefer paracord to the stuff that it came with. This is the original stuff that it came with. It has no inner strands, so it's not paracord. Paracord has a nylon outer shell and 7 nylon inner strands. That's what gives it its strength. This is just cordage, no inner strands. It's pretty strong, but it does not have the tensile strength of paracord. There's belt loops up here that you don't have to take your belt off to put on. All you have to do is that. Unsnap it. These two slots here that have Velcro on the inside came with two knife retention straps on it. You can see one here on the 5-inch blade sheath. I took them off of the 6-inch or the 7-inch blade for the simple fact that it seemed redundant. Here's the knife in the sheath, and didn't move at all. So unless you're being shaken upside down more vigorously than what I just did, which would probably kill you, your knife ain't going anywhere until you pull it out yourself. And I mean, it's not difficult to pull it out. If it didn't have the leg strap on it, the leg retention strap, it might kind of get difficult to remove it. But with this thing on here, no problems at all. The leg retention strap is removable. As you can see, I took it off this one. You have to take the spacer, or whatever they call it, the adjustment clip off, and then just slide one end out. I put Velcro super glued on here just to stop that one end from dangling around. Right here is a little bit of elastic attached to one end of the buckle, so if you have it tight and you need to move, it's not restricting movement and cutting off circulation. So that's a pretty good feature. There are molly slots, excuse me, in the back, so if you got slick sticks or whatever, you can attach it to a pack that way. The pocket in the front of the knife can fit everything up to a full-size Leatherman multi-tool. I know the SOG multi-tools are a little bit longer. I believe they will fit because I have to cinch the strap down a little bit for the Leatherman, but I cannot guarantee it because I don't own the SOG multi-tool. You can fit anything in here, from a small knife like this little Kershaw, and it won't go nowhere, or you can put a big knife like this CRKT in there, and bam, there you go. So if you got any questions about these knives, they're about $40, great value, good hackers, fantastic blades, real big fan. If you want to know anything that I didn't mention here, just post it up and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Alright, thanks for watching.